Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and in my seemingly never-ending quest for the perfect disconnect plier, I've got two more entries, one by DuraTech and one by WORKPRO. Now, a long time ago, this all started with some Lisle pliers, kind of like this, and one of the questions was, well, are these Lisles? They don't brand them anywhere, and I showed different models, both, there were kind of these rhinoceros beetle style, there were straight ones, there were bent ones, and some said different things on them, like this one says patent pending. That's how you know it's a Lisle, but why doesn't Lisle put their name on it, and if the inexpensive ones were any good. And I started going down till I finally found the bottom, what I thought, and I did some videos on just some absolute crazy poor quality, but they might still work. But anyway, two good ones are the WORKPRO and the DuraTech. And now DuraTech also makes one that's straight besides this 60-degree offset. Price is the same, but I thought I'd highlight both of these because I imagine they came out of the same factory, given that they look really similar. And then if you look at the finish work, slightly different, but really close. Now that finish work is important because some are kind of duds in terms of the way these have kind of been chopped in place. This one's actually not terrible. The Lisles always seem to be better, which led me to say, hey, maybe the Lisles are just high graded out of the factory. But a few others have always come up. I do like these Marys right here. Some people have said there are different brands that are very similar to the Mary in terms of shape, blade shape. Olsa came out with this one. Great, but very narrow. So if you're working on smaller stuff, this is a nice option, and it's spring-loaded, so I keep it muzzled here. A few people have said that these Icon hose pliers, these are hose pulling pliers, actually work really well as electrical disconnect pliers, and they're quite affordable. But these are $11.99. These are $11.89. So, they're under $12. This is about a $20 plier, and you might get it for 40% off. But what we have here is a very well finished, nice, solid design, 60-degree one. Now, in another video, somebody said, what are these actually for? Because I was talking about them, assuming you knew that what these were for was electrical disconnect stuff. And basically there are all kinds of adapters and connectors and things like that. And what these do is they allow you to grab it and, release the locking mechanism. Now this one I might be able to do easily with my thumb because I can reach it. I'm in a laboratory setting. But in reality, I might be wedged under a vehicle. I might be reaching down almost blindly. And what I would want to be able to do is stick a pair of pliers on here, and then it would both grab this and depress it, allowing me to separate the connector, whatever kind of connector that is. And sometimes the bent ones work great. These I've complained a little about because you had to really line them up. Otherwise, if you're going in sideways like this, then why isn't this rotated? Nobody's made a plier like that yet, but anyway, that works just fine. There are lots of other kinds of these disconnect pliers, but I thought I'd show you these two. They look like they've got some kind of a chrome finish. So if that's an issue versus just the kind of the rust-prone, polished steel finish, WORKPRO and DuraTech, I believe they have warranties. I've never used a WORKPRO or DuraTech warranty, but I think that they probably are interested in that because they are popular brands. They're like a budget tool brand, but sometimes they make surprisingly good tools. And you think, why am I spending more on something else, especially if it came out of the same factory? But honestly, looking at the work, the attention to detail, the little artistic flair on these things, I think these are a little bit better than kind of the classic ones coming out of wherever these are coming out of. I don't know. And so if you look at that, I mean, like this polished area there, the way they've rounded that off, compared to some where they look like they rounded it with a hatchet or an angle grinder, with one hand. Kind of funny. Nice design, nice and clean, very smooth, big grippy handles. That was another thing as I was trying to figure out, they're different. These reds are a little different, but the positioning, I don't know. I'm not sure what they're doing. But these two, they do look like they have dialed it in, even if they're out of the same factory. They're coming with, you know, a nice fit and finish, nice and smooth. Look at that. And then good handles. They are branded, so you know who's behind them. I mean, Lyle, come on, is this yours or is this yours? I can't tell. So prove to me that one of these actually is yours, that you're behind it. But anyway, I thought I'd point these out. Kind of nice, and for under $12, if you want to jump in and get a pair, you're not dealing with the bottom of the barrel, and you're not having to pay that $20, or when they first come out, sometimes pushing $30. You're at 12 bucks right there to get either one of those. So it almost comes down to color. I don't know. Do you like the red and blue, or do you like the black and sky blue, or baby blue, or robin's egg blue maybe? DuraTech blue. Let me know your thoughts. And with that, Doc out.